The Bible never lets Satan tell his side of the story. So why do so many people think they already know it? For centuries, people imagined his story, but Scripture records only God's testimony, and it changes everything.
For centuries, philosophers, authors, filmmakers, and even some theologians have imagined what Satan might say if he could speak in his own defense. Books have explored his perspective, movies have reinvented his story. Countless theories have attempted to explain who Satan really is. But what if the truth isn't found in human imagination? What if the answer has been in the Bible all along? Surprisingly, the Bible never records Satan defending himself. There is no chapter where he explains his motives, no passage where God invites him to justify his rebellion. Instead, Scripture does something far more important. It reveals what God says about Satan. And if God is the author of truth, then his testimony is the only one we can fully trust. Jesus himself gave one of the clearest descriptions of Satan in all of Scripture. Speaking to the religious leaders in John 8:44,
he said, "You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies." John 8:44, NIV. These are not merely symbolic words. They are Jesus' own testimony about Satan's character. According to Christ, Satan is not simply someone who tells lies. He is the father of lies. Deception is not just something he does, it is central to who he is. Every lie, every temptation, and every attempt to draw people away from God reflects that nature. Jesus also called him a murderer from the beginning. Why? Because through deception in the Garden of Eden, sin entered the world, bringing death to all humanity.
As Romans 5:12 explains, "Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all people, because all sinned." The first lie did more than deceive Eve. It opened the door to suffering, separation from God, and death itself. The Apostle John gives us another important description of Satan in Revelation 12:9. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. Notice the name Scripture uses. Devil comes from a word meaning slanderer or false accuser. Satan means adversary or one who opposes. John identifies him as that ancient serpent, connecting him directly to the serpent in the Garden of Eden. From Genesis to Revelation, the Bible presents a consistent picture. Satan is the deceiver, the accuser, and the enemy of God and his people. Scripture never portrays him as a misunderstood hero or a victim of injustice. Instead, it repeatedly warns believers to be alert to his schemes. If this study is helping you see the Bible more clearly, take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and join our community as we continue uncovering the ancient truths of Scripture. But this raises an even bigger question. If Satan is the father of lies, where did he come from? Was he created evil? Or did something happen before humanity existed that led to his rebellion against God? To answer those questions, we must turn to some of the Bible's most discussed passages, texts that have been carefully studied and debated by Christians for centuries. In Part 2, we'll examine what the Bible reveals about Satan's fall. We'll explore passages such as Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28, separating what Scripture clearly teaches from interpretations that faithful Christians have understood differently. You won't want to miss it. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and join us in Part 2 as we continue uncovering what the Bible truly says about Satan's origin and fall.